How's it
Hi,
going?
how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Your hair's cool. What's going on over there? I like it.
Thank you. I like your
Oh,
your hat too.
oh, oh, thanks. Thank you very much.
How are you doing this crazy pandemic year?
Um, I mean, dude, what the fuck? What happened to our lives?
I don't
Uh,
know.
yeah, I mean, it's shocking and thought provoking and inspiring times. And I mean, uh, I mean, it's kind of like those things when you're a child and you're like, you don't want to do your homework and you're like, maybe the world will end, so I don't have to do it. And it's like,
Yes.
careful. Like, I wonder, like, what the kids that really wish that I didn't like. I wish I never had to go to school again.
Well,
And then, like, holy shit, did
sure.
I do that? I did that. Yeah, they must feel very powerful.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
it's so crazy. It's
yeah.
awful. Yeah.
Hmm.
And where are you right now?
Like, spiritually, um,
Physically.
I uh, I'll get into that later. But I'm in LA. Yeah, I'm in LA.
Cool.
I was very interesting, I gotta say, because I got to see, when I started, there was no fucking YouTube,
Yeah.
even YouTube. I remember my first, like, major label deal, my first big record deal was like in 2006, and I remember writing with all these really big songwriters who were like, just so upset because, Napster and all the things that were happening, like this, it wasn't the same money anymore. They're like,
Yeah.
it's over, and I was like, I mean, it's not fucking over. It's just different. And I've never
Yeah.
experienced, like, I never made, millions of dollars off just an album track. Like, people used to make like millions of dollars if it was a big artist off a song that wasn't even a single on a record. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And those were the days, my friend. I mean, I bet they were great. It's great.
Great.
if for every album track I've had, I mean, I think, and you just got to go with it. I remember, talking to my friend and being like, I mean, we couldn't make videos back. Like, the fact that you can been able
Yeah.
for a while now to make videos, even if you're like unfunded artist, like a independent artist, you can make a beautiful video and put it on YouTube and people can see it. It's like, that's mind blowing. And I said it to
Yeah.
somebody one day. It's like, well, you could have made videos too in, like, the early 2000s. I was like, and do what? Like, go around like, ding dong, hey, you want to watch my video? Like, like, what the
Yeah, it's
fuck,
crazy.
Yeah, there's not, like, and so it's really been cool to see. And streaming was very, like, like, how are we gonna, like, monetize streaming and how you're gonna make money? And it took a while. I remember the early days of Spotify. I remember, like, having meetings when Spotify just started, and like, oh, it's gonna be this. Actually, I think I was in Sweden because I think it started in Sweden.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I remember they were talking about it. It was big there already and was a big, and it's like when I was it was like 2010. I was working with Red One, the guy that did all that Lady Gaga stuff. He
Yeah.
had signed me to a production deal. It was pre Warner Brothers for me. And yeah, I just remember, like everybody talking about Spotify and how it was going to be the thing, and now it is. And it's like,
Yeah.
but it's like, it's fun. And my career and my life, I can, like, kind of, like, parallel it sometimes to the pandemic, because the pandemic for me was just another example of, like, how fragile everything is. And that's why,
Yeah.
that's why I'm so, like, I feel very appreciative of, like, what I've been allowed to do in this industry, because I know how fragile and how difficult it is. It's like even, like, I think about artists, from the pandemic that were
Yeah.
really robbed, as far as, like, they were about to, like, pop off and, like, things, like, if this was like, if 2020 was, like, for me around the time of, like, 2016, 17, when Lost on You was coming out, and I wasn't able to um tour the way I needed to, like, make that song kind of, like, and it was hitting
Yeah.
from radio anyway, but I wasn't, like, I think the extra, like, 1-2 punch of it was, like, that I was able to um show people that what was behind that song, you know what I mean? And show people live that it was an actual thing, you know, because I think, you know, first of all, I think people were surprised that I was the person behind that song. You know, they were like, you know what I bet she looks like? I bet you it's this. No. Yeah, they were like,
Who?
I didn't see that at all. What? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, I mean, okay. Sorry, you know.
Great.
Cool, thanks. That's what I'm trying to do. That invisible screen thing.
I got it.
Well, thanks, Agustina.
Are they part like
of
or an upcoming album or just independent singles?
No, a whole album's coming out. And I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
it feels really good. There's so many like twists and turns on this record, and you know, and as you can see, but there is that invisible thread, as you say, and you know, that's what I'm always looking for. Yeah, because I don't want to like, I don't like, you know, when I'm just like, I don't really do background music. You know what I mean? It's like it's like, you know, it's like annoyingly like there, you know, and so I'm always trying to do that, and you know, and fit all the different moods. I'm pretty like you know, moody, and you know, I have like 27 personalities, so I like to like, you know, use them all. Yeah, I love it. It's great. And you're like, oh, there she is. Oh, hi. Yeah.
And do you have a release date?
Nope. Not allowed to talk about it. Sorry. I'd love to, but I can't say it. Sorry.
Great.
I keep getting in trouble for that. So
no, it's okay.
Yeah. I don't have any idea when this shit is coming out, so we'll try. You know, I love to do that. You know, I love to because, you know, I just go from like the worst to the best, like on a like cycle constantly. I'm just like, oh. It's terrifying. It's hard being in here, you know. But I think everybody's like that, you know. I mean, I'm always like trying to, and I like that kind of. I love that. You know, I don't like being depressed, but there is a melancholy to even all the best things in some ways, because you just want it to last forever, you know. And then you know it won't, like, you know, but there's that thing, like, you know, when you're sad, you think you're never going to be happy again, and when you're happy, you think you're never going to be sad again. Most people don't like go like, most people when they're happy don't go like, it's gonna suck when I get sad again. But I do. I'm like, shit, you know, like
totally.
So I'm always like dealing with that, and so like I write from that perspective, I guess. I don't know.
Right. Well,
that song was funny. Is I had to wait to write that song because I was too angry to write it for a minute, and I had to wait until I could kind of I wanted to be as like cutting as possible, like kind of in a funny way. It's like, you know, like, oh yeah, want to see other people? Good, go fuck yourself with other people, you know. And you know, and I was like, I did it, you know, like, because I knew I had to wait. Like I literally waited like 10 months or something like that. I had the title forever, and I was talking to Nate, one of my songwriting partners, about it, and he goes, please write that with me. I was like, okay. So I was like, I'm ready. And then I just like it came out, and it was like, yay.
Yeah, I get it.
But you have to like you know, like even now I'm like I've been going through a bunch of shit, but I'm like processing, like sifting, you know, you have like the thing and the stuff's coming out, and you're just left with the shit and the thing. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. Oh, from Lost on You? Oh yeah. I mean, that was like the pinprick into the bubble, you know. It's like, whoa, what's up? You know, it's like I feel you know, I feel very lucky that was the song that, you know, kind of introduced me to many people, because I feel like that song, you know, it's how I want to be seen as a writer, for sure. You know what I mean? Because it's like got all the things in it, you know, and it's not too like chirpy poppy kind of thing, you know, which I've had in other songs that, you know, and there was a depth to it, in my opinion, that like I felt, you know, writing it and singing it that I felt like, oh yeah, you know, if I had the choice of how I want to, you know, be introduced to someone, it would be with that song. So I feel very lucky that that was the song for many people, you know.
Right. And
Good. Yeah, I was doing that, and then I don't know, like I don't know if it didn't make me sad, but it was, you know, I was going through a lot personally during that time in my head and stuff, you know, and I wanted to reach out to people, but like the magnitude of of you know, seeing people was a lot for me. It's like I think it was making it everything a little too real, and I had to like kind of, to get through myself, I had to kind of like just like kind of compartmentalize some shit, you know. And so you know, I stopped doing it a little, and you know, it was very difficult to like, you know, I went from like, you know, traveling the world like and all the stuff to like playing in my house, you know. And I think that might have been for some people, for like, you know, artists that have been like doing it for like longer at a high level, they might have been like, oh, this is so nice, I just don't have to leave the house. Yeah, and I get that because I, you know, I've had that before, but yeah, you know, it was like you know, I'd much rather be out there doing stuff. And it was like I don't know, I had to like I like variety. Like, you know, when I'm like touring, I like doing acoustic stuff, but then doing full on band stuff and going crazy. And the fact that it was like everything was, you know, like more pared down was not my favorite, because I wrote all this shit to like kind of be like, you know, ripping in front of a band, and it was annoying.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
annoying.
totally.
It was amazing. You know, like I was just talking about how it's like there is this extra layer of energy in Argentina
Yeah.
for Argentinian fans that like you're like that. It's just like I don't know what's gonna fucking happen. Like, is a fight gonna break out, or is like what's gonna happen out there? My God, yeah. It's like there's like a sense of like, you know, there's like a electricity that's like
Yeah.
happens there. That's like just a little extra, and it was very interesting. It was really cool. Oh, it was funny. When I was in Mexico last week, a woman like nearly like crushed my entire body. It was so funny. Like, and she was like, and I was bummed out because I had my this straw hat I wear on. It's kind of fragile, and she was like, I could just hear like, like I could hear the hat getting destroyed. I was like, okay, I'm fine, but watch the hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, you know, I love people, so like, you know, it doesn't bother me, but it's funny.
Right. Coronavirus situation. Do you think that
I don't know what you mean. What are you talking about? Corona what?
what? The what?
Corona, hi, what? Yeah. God, yeah. Oh my God, I almost knocked the entire fucking computer down. But yeah, of course, yeah. As soon as you can do it, I'll be doing it. You know what I mean? Like I said, you know, like physically, I'm just like, bring it. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, I'm, you know, thankfully, I guess, vaccinated and everything's cool. But you know, it's like, yeah. I hope the rest of the world can catch up with that shit, and we'll be out soon. Um, you know, I don't have that. I never think about it, but you know, I was saying that from my country, you know, if I really think about it, I would love to do something like with Post Malone, because I just think he's so cool, and yeah, he's like, his thing is so like kind of effortless, and I don't know, it's just like, yeah, he's just like, but yeah, I don't really think about it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's like, if Post comes to my house and it's just like, what's up? You want to rap? I'd be like,
Sure.
1 second, I'm doing an interview, posting. I'll be right there. Oh, I often tell this song, but like one of my songs that's on my record Forever for Now is Night Like This, and that was supposed to go to Shakira, and I wish it had. You know? I was like, well, I just like, because first of all, because the way I sing it is sweet, but it's not like, I feel like this is a, you know, a ridiculous thing to say, but she would have made it sexier, because I mean, she can make socks sexier. Like, there's not like, you know, she's like, there's like, you know, you could be like, here's a napkin, make it sexy.
Yeah, totally.
Hold it. Suddenly the napkin is very sexy, you know, like, it's like, she's very like, you know, she just exudes that kind of sexy nature, you know, and I think she would have made it like a cooler song. But then my record company heard it, and they were like, no, you got to keep it.